What's going on, YouTube? This is DJ the Bail Bondsman. Tapping back in. Hey, we got to hop on it real fast. Serious deal going on right now in Nashville, Tennessee. If you ain't already heard, we got to jump on top of this because the DNC and the Uniparty, liberal elites, and the Rhino, well, not probably the Rhino Republicans, they not too much on gun control. A few of them are. They will go down and bow down. They're jumping all on it. The narrative seems right, but it might not be right for them this time to go and push and do 2 weeks of media talk about this. But what's going on right now, unfortunately, there was a school shooting at the Covenant Presbyterian Church in Nashville. And if you know where I'm at, Nashville is about 5 hours away from me, but it happened in Nashville, southern Nashville. It's off Highway 106. So if you're coming in Nashville, it's off Highway 65. Interstate 65. It's in between 40 and 65. It's south of 440. West of 65, Interstate 65, and east of 40 on Highway 106, Covenant Presbyterian Church. I just called one of my best friends that stays in Nashville. He's probably about 15 minutes away in Bellevue, a little suburb outside of Nashville. It's close to Belmead, but he says like a wealthy area where, like, kind of like we said, rich people are, where this happened. And hey, thoughts and prayers go out to the family members. I know, man, I can only imagine what that would feel like, because I got kids in school. If somebody said a shooting at the school, I'd probably go crazy, man. It's ridiculous. But from what we're hearing now, they're saying 7 kids, but 7 people are deceased or deleted, just saying for YouTube terms. But right now, it's probably three adults, 3 kids, and I'm assuming the shooter. But you already know what they're finna do. They're finna try to go with the same old tired, we need gun control now, ban all semi-automatics and AR-style weapons, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to repeat myself saying like guns kill. Well, people don't kill people. Well, guns don't kill people. People kill people. And and this the thing with this, they're going for the assault rifles first, because they know that's probably the best line of defense from a old school typical just invasion. Or if you're trying to hold a town down, to hold an area down, those ARs, AKs, things like that will be used. But they really want the handguns. But they're going to go after the ARs first. Even though handguns are used in like overwhelmingly all other shootings, handguns, and not even mass shootings, just all the shootings that go on, usually a handgun is used. And they know that. So they do this on purpose, where they just we're going to go after and target the AR, and we're going to target the AR because that's a real effective weapon. And just say hypothetically they ban the AR and AR style weapons and guns that look scary. Next thing they're going to go for are the handguns. So after they get the ARs out the way, the next thing will be handguns. They say, see, this is the problem all the time. It's the handguns, and there was the ARs. But since we got those banned, we got to go after the handguns now. And it'll be the handguns, and then probably the shotguns next. So it's just a slow increment to total gun confiscation, like you have in Australia and like England and other countries. And they never miss an opportunity, especially when the narrative fits. But I got a caveat in that might not happen this time, because the alleged talks are the shooter is trans, or alleged trans. So back in the day, I don't know, this might get deleted or banned. Back in the day, for historical purposes, when we were growing up, you couldn't just put a wig on and a dress and some makeup and say I'm trans. Back in the day, if you didn't have the surgery, if you didn't have the full surgery, you were not considered trans. They either called you a cross-dresser or they called you a transvestite. or a tranny for short. I know that's supposed to allegedly be a slur or something, but you had three things they called you: a cross-dresser, a transvestite, or a tranny if you did not have the surgery and have your junk locked off. Just pretty much it. But now you can just do anything. I could be just like this and throw a wig on my head, and now I'm supposed to be a transsexual. It's ridiculous. It's a goofy talk. They're frying our brains. They're pushing us into stuff that we know is make believe and not even real. But anyway, they're saying the person allegedly is a former student, female, Caucasian, female of Caucasian descent, and looks like it's supposed to be allegedly a he/him, maybe. He identified it, he, she, whatever the person's name. Well, excuse me, Audrey Hale is who they're saying in the media now is the shooter. Audrey, Audrey Hale, Hale, is the alleged shooter, and in his bio has the pronouns he/him. But this is supposed to be a woman, but identifies as a man. The person's name used to be Aiden Hale, Aiden Hale. That's what we're looking at right now. So this might go away in 24 to 48 hours if the shooter doesn't fit the narrative. So it ain't just a regular, well, it depends on how to do it, but with him identifying as transgender, they're gonna push this out the media, just like the shooting in Michigan, where it was a black guy. You see how quietly that got swept out the media. They pushed that to the side because they can't hustle off that. It doesn't fit the narrative of what they're trying to do. They want to demonize all the white males and especially white men, heterosexual white men, because that's the biggest group. Well, I ain't say the biggest group, but it's a group with the most money and the most power. So you got to demonize them and get rid of them first. Then you go after the other men. You know what I'm saying? Like black men first. They already got a war on us, attack on us. But we all know that gun control doesn't do anything to help us, because we already know gun control only equals more crime. Gun control, especially if you're pro-black, gun control only hurts us, because when you take the guns out of our community, if we're pro-black and supposed to be so-called pro-black, and it's all this racism and white supremacy everywhere, why would you want to disarm me? If I'm so scared of racism and white supremacy, and it's around every corner and every aspect of my life, and white supremacists are attacking us, and that's the biggest problem we have, when you want us to have weapons to defend ourselves from those evil white supremacists. So when they talk about gun control, it makes no sense whatsoever if you're trying to protect yourself, especially if you got a family or you're just living anywhere with all the laws that are being passed, or not laws being passed, but laws that are not being enforced anymore, and the reduction of sentences and on violent crimes, the no bail system. A normal person would want a gun, but they want to take your guns and make you make you a victim, so they can in turn supply the solution, which is nothing but more government control. That's all they want. But we got to jump on top of this. But just for news' sake, it happened in Nashville, south of like the city center, and it was at a Christian it was the Covenant Presbyterian School, so it was a private Christian school. So I'm thinking this is an attack on Christianity, with the angry, with the dangerous, what they always like to say, rhetoric from the crazed loon left, with their crazed lunatic rhetoric. This looks like triggered this person, this he/him person, this Aiden Hale, Audrey Hale. It triggered that person to going into a Christian school, private school at that, in a well-to-do neighborhood, in a well-to-do area, and shoot up the school. Luckily, the person was deleted by law enforcement when they got there, and I heard it didn't take long at all for them to get there and take out the shooter. So that's a good thing. And one thing I want to say, you never see school shootings, or you never will see school shootings where it doesn't matter where the students go. If they're in DC, if their kids are in, I guarantee you, any of the senators or representatives in DC, kids will never be involved in a school shooting. And you know why? Because they're going to school with armed guards. Where you think, where like, just say, those weirdos like a Nancy Pelosi's kids, if they're probably in California. Who else? If AOC, she doesn't have any damn kids. But any of those politicians, Eric Swalwell, Adam Schiff, all those Democrats, Joe Biden's kids, when they were in school, or his grandkids, I guarantee you, all their kids are guarded by armed security guards. And they probably wishing you would come on that property. They're gonna take you out real fast. You ain't gonna get 2 steps on the property before you met by somebody with bulletproof vests on, and heavy firearms. If not rifles, I know they're gonna have handguns and probably rifles at that. And their kids are protected, so why can't ours? We have the money, and we can send all this money to Ukraine and give money to everywhere else. We have the money to put at least one police officer or one retired vet. All you need is one, just with a handgun and a couple extra clips. Give him a nice handgun with a couple extra clips, like a handgun, like a 40 or a 9 with 20 rounds, like a Glock with 20 round clip, or a magazine, or one of the new, like the new SIG, the military carries where you get 22 shots, and then give them 2 or 3 extra magazines. Just that handgun. You ain't gonna have too many people running up. I promise you won't. But we just want to get out ahead of this, and this probably won't be in the news cycle with the person allegedly being transgender. Well, a person that identifies as a boy but it was a female, or vice versa. I don't know yet. This is Audrey Aiden Hale. His profile is on LinkedIn. Her profile is on LinkedIn. Like I said, I don't know what it is. And shooting, but hey, my thoughts and prayers go out to the family, and it's really sad. Cause like I said, I got kids in school, and I never would want to see this happen. I know this is heartbreaking. It's terrible, but this is just every time if the narrative so-called fits, but it might not fit, and this might be going out the news cycle. So this video might not even be, it might not be in the news that long, and you see everybody coming out. Oh, and then you got Bozo Biden in the middle of the school shooting, or after it's over with, they, I guess, briefed him on it. He's talking about ice cream at the press conference and why he came here, because they got good ice cream. He's totally incoherent. He doesn't know where he's at. He's just up there. You want the true definition of a Manchurian candidate? Joe Bozo Biden. That's him. But that's a topic for another day. But yeah, this just happened, like I said, in Nashville. Just be on the alert for all the wave of anti-gun nuts to come out and start posting and protesting and turn to super social media justice warriors. Here we go, but it might not last long. It might be gone in 48 hours. They're gonna move on to the next thing because the person that did it is not the right person. Sad to say, they hustle off what I guess tries to go to their narrative. But anyway, Joe Biden's talking about ice cream, his favorite ice cream, in the middle of this, which, that's the real Manchurian candidate. Just FYI. But, hey, follow me on Rumble, too. I'm going to start uploading the Rumble because I got to do that. Just got out of court today. I'm looking for somebody. Hell, I got 30 more days. But, hey, holla back at y'all.